this thing on? Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us at the bar. Don't forget to take care of your server, even if that happens to be you. Let's head over to the table to see what Bob, Jason, and Brian are up to today.
Oh, Friday evening.
Yes.
We got a bass groove going on.
Right? Where'd you get that from? Bootsy Collins' garage sale?
I was waiting for you to say something.
I went to P-Funk's garage sale and
P-Funk.
found these unreleased tracks.
George Clinton is pissed.
Yeah, right? Like, that was going to be the B-side to one of our B-sides.
Now, we all know that these last couple of weeks, we were over on old Podbean.
Ooh.
And that just did not work out. So now we're on Spreaker.
You bet. Spreaker is far superior to Podbean.
That I have found, yes.
And before last week, I had never heard of either of them.
Spreaker is owned by iHeartRadio.
Wow, so big outfit.
Podbean, I don't know.
Is owned by a consortium of fucking weirdos.
It's just really strange over there. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the people were really nice. But when that last guy came in and said, hey, you need to support everybody else on here, and I'm like, I'm not here to support everybody else. I'm here to talk to people, but I'm not going to go visit everybody's damn podcast just because it's like that.
They need to call it the Neckbeard Guild.
It's almost like a podcast for the homeless. It's like everybody's living
I
under the
could say that's probably about
and-
right. No.
They need to call it the Village Slut because everyone gets a turn.
Everybody gets a turn.
You know? Yeah, I just wasn't digging Podbean.
Yeah, I wasn't either. That
I'm not
last
digging
one,
these podcasts.
their software is awful. It was hard to get any sound to go through, and so then I found this one, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is nice."
Well, you know, it's live and learn.
Yeah, no, live and learn.
Call it growing pains, man. But that's great. We're glad to be here and
Exactly.
smash and hit that subscribe button or whatever Satan tells you at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, no shit.
So,
Bob, what's going on with you?
Oh, it's just been a strange week.
A strange week. Okay,
Yeah.
what's up with the
Well,
strange?
it's one of those weeks. Thursday was Veterans Day.
Yes.
So I had the day off work, but I had to work all last weekend. So it was like, work 9 days straight,
Yeah.
then take a day off, and then come back for Friday. Yay.
right.
I watched the parade in our city.
I caught the tail end of it of the traffic, and I was like, "Oh shit!" There was a parade.
There was a guy in the U.S. Air Force, it was like a SUV, and it was all painted up like it was a missile or something.
Oh wow!
And a rocket, or I don't know what the hell. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, it was painted up like that. But the whole time he's driving along, he's looking down at his phone, and he's just texting, and he would look up to make sure he wasn't hitting the marching band in front of him.
Right.
And then he'd look back down, he'd look up and hit his brakes. I'm like, God dang, dude, get off your fucking
So the
phone.
true spirit of the Air Force, in other words.
No shit.
Yeah.
What is up with these people just driving on their damn cell phones all the time?
And he's in the middle of the parade.
Yeah, in the middle. He's in the parade. It's not. He can't even show any roll down his window like everybody else and give a little wave, like, "Hey, everybody, look at me!" Happy
Throw some
Veterans
shitty
Day.
candy.
Yeah, throw some shitty candy. No, he's just holding down, and there ain't no one else with him. There ain't shit going on with him. He's just driving along, barely tapping his brakes, about to hit some damn people in a marching band.
He was obviously assigned to do this job, and he didn't want to fucking do it.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I was in the middle of a funeral procession that was about that was about 30 miles long. And I swear that the person in front of me was on their phone because we were doing somewhere between 20 and 65 at any particular point in time.
Oh, shit.
And there was a police escort the whole 9 yards, but then everything would slow down to 20, then it'd speed up to 65, and then it'd slow back down to 20.
That's ridiculous.
And here I am, and normally in a funeral procession, everybody's going the same speed. You're not stopping for any traffic lights or anything like that because the police escort's got us covered.
Yeah.
And everything, and it's just pretty much one of those. You zone out for a little bit, and all of a sudden you pull up at the cemetery and do the thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
if they wanted to stimulate the economy, they should have to retrofit every damn car in the U.S. that does not have automatic, Bluetooth and hands-free
Right.
to do so. And maybe that would stop some of the accidents. All the new cars do it, but somebody will be watching some stupid anime shit or something,
What is up with that damn anime? People love that shit.
I actually went and saw a couple of anime films because I've got my Regal Movie Pass, and it was the only thing on at the theater that I hadn't seen.
It just sounds
You've seen them
strangely
all.
dirty. Anime.
And It is bizarre.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not that bizarre, Brian.
Oh, okay.
Hentai.
Okay, so the other day,
tentacle porn.
I'm cruising through, I think it was Facebook, and I came across this novel excerpt that somebody was trying to promote, and I started reading a little bit about it, and it was a English translation of a Chinese novel.
Okay.
And whoever did it was probably not English as their primary language, because the different word choices that they used were bizarre. The phrasing was bizarre. It didn't flow.
Yeah.
You know how a novel just kind of flows and you go from, through the pages and everything has a particular cadence, and, at least with a decent writer.
This
thing was just as, this was, like reading like an old man falling down steps, trying not to fall, and it just a stumbling mess all the way to the bottom.
Sounds like I wrote it.
A product description on Wish or Alibaba or something.
Or
most joyous tent for happy camp times.
You're right. And so, anyway, I'm starting to read it, and I said, okay, this reads like anime looks.
Yeah.
I see
we're just too old.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between anime and hentai?
I thought hentai was ropes.
No.
Anime tying each other up?
No, that's a different thing. Hentai is a type of...
Maybe it's more sexual.
I think it's probably a bunch of giggling schoolgirls with Hello Kitty backpacks getting raped
fuck me, fuck you.
by tentacles.
Remember that in Austin Powers?
Hentai is it's anime and manga pornography.
There, yes, I told you, there it was. See, look at that picture.
See, now manga, look at that. She looks like she's, like those big giant eyes, like she's some kind of little kid. What's up with the Japanese wanting all their women to look like little children, in their porn? That's a little sick. So manga is comics or graphic novels originating from Japan and blah, blah,
Well,
blah.
you realize they go to vending machines and buy old worn panties and they sniff them.
They're not old. They're pretty new.
Well, they're new, and then they sniff them. They get them out of vending machines.
So anime is hand-drawn and computer animation. So, yeah, so you got anime and manga, and then hentai is the porn version of that. So I'm really not interested in anything other than hentai. Who doesn't want to see
Jason? Watch some hentai.
Some innocent-looking, girl drawn getting, boned by a tentacle. The Japanese are into some weird stuff like that.
Yes, they are.
There's some freaky shit.
Yeah, have you ever seen other shows where like they sniff asses to see if they know who's who that person is? You ever seen that one?
Well, any of their game shows are fucking bizarre.
Yeah, they'll sniff their shit. They'll piss on stuff. They'll fart. They'll do all kinds of weird shit. I mean, I guess you have that many people, you get kind of bored. Something going on with your monitor over there, Bob?
Japanese girls.
Okay, I'm just wondering, are they that bored? Do they not have, like, sports?
No. I don't know. I mean, it's just, that's bizarre.
How bizarre.
The anime shit it's just beyond me, man. Some of that stuff is just like, God, the movies and everything else, it's just like, stop, man.
I don't know. My daughter's into the whole anime thing, and my youngest one was, but we're like, no, you're not watching any of that. And the oldest, we watch what she watched. We pay attention to what she watches.
Sure
but we've looked at some of it, and we're like, what the hell?
It's like, what's this bukkake hentai kids are watching these days?
Yeah, it's
bukkake. There's another, thing that originated from that part of the world. They actually had to label it. What if we all come on a girl's face and film it? We call it bukkake. Hey,
that's pretry bad.
What the hell's up with that? How did we get onto this?
I don't know, but speaking of kids watching that, Bob, did you get that monitor fixed?
No, I don't care.
Okay, all right. So, our daughters, both of them, have been getting like shitty ass grades.
Oh man!
And so we've already had their phone taken away from them and all that. For now, we've dropped the YouTube, took their phones away. We took every electronic thing they had away.
Yeah.
This is wicked. My daughter, she's always real animated, blah 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 blah, going like crazy. She hasn't had her phone now for a week and a half. Her stuttering stopped. She doesn't talk very fast. She's starting to acknowledge things you say normally. And she goes outside and plays.
Sensory overload.
Yeah. I was like, I've never seen it on this scale before of a difference that you can notice it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit.
It's just got her too wound up.
Yeah.
And too scattered. Well, this is maybe a good thing.
Yeah, now she's sitting draws because she's actually, her and the oldest are just like the wife. They're pretty good at drawing. And so she's getting where she draws a lot, and she's really damn good at drawing.
Wow.
So I'm like, cool, proud of you. But that, I mean, seriously, if your kid is acting like a freaking weirdo and losing their shit at school and all that, take them off their electronics and watch them turn back into a normal child.
My parents
Boom,
did
there we
something.
go.
My dad did something similar, but it involved a belt.
Yeah.
Just beating the shit out
Well,
of me.
you know, and we were talking about that too, how this, you know, they've stopped all the paddling and this and that. Kids have no fear anymore. They don't care.
No, especially when they get older. Look, it's always been the case that you kind of parent by bluff when they hit the, you know, about 16, something, you know, back in the day, 16, 17. Come on, man. You're parenting by bluff.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Beat them, you know, at 16, 17, you know?
Yeah, it's all bluff.
And the thing is, that's even when your kid's 18, it's like, you're not going out and doing this. Legally, can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
But back in the day, you still had your bluff in on your kids.
Yeah, the bluffing, there's no
It
more
doesn't
bluff.
work anymore.
That's the best way to put it, I guess. I've been trying to look for that word, is bluffing your kids. You can't you can't bluff them anymore.
No,
They're like,
because there's no threat behind the bluff.
I'll call DHS.
You know, I mean, look, if I'm bluffing that I'm going to hit you, but you think the possibility exists that I'm going to knock the fuck out of you, you may go for that bluff.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
nothing there. You got to hit them where they live. You got to hit them where it hurts, and that means their electronics, their social media, things like that. But you got to be careful, you know. Once they get a little bit older, they'll be like, "Fuck you, old man," be sneaking out and shit like that. And so
I'm hoping I don't run into that. I really do. I really don't hope I run into that.
you know, there's all kinds of remedies for that. Plant large cactuses outside their window, put bars across it. You know,
Yeah. Take the
Tape
flat
motion
tires.
lights.
tape a cat in front of their door so they step on it and it wakes you up.
Or just sit in front of their window all night.
You know, yeah.
You can do that too. I think I snuck out once, and I was like, that was no big deal. Did you ever sneak out?
I didn't have to sneak out. I didn't have a curfew or anything.
Yeah,
And
you didn't have a curfew either, did you, Bob?
And
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it. I got home at a decent time most often. I mean, you know what? There's something to be said about giving your kids some freedom. You have to. It's not that they're not going to fuck up or they're not going to violate something. And then, you know, you want your kids to go out to the edge of the branch and flap their wings and try to fly. And you want them to fall and bloody their nose a little. You just don't want them to break their goddamn neck.
Yeah, exactly.
So you take a kid and over shelter it, man, they're going to fuck themselves up when they break loose.
Yeah.
And then rebel hard. So, you know, you have to give it to them a little bit at a time. You know, it's like anything. Get them acclimated to having freedom and responsibility and try not to use an iron fist. So the way to, you know, I think you and Annie do fine with that. You know,
We try,
let
but
them have
it's
some
hard
freedom
to...
and responsibility, and they're learning lessons. Look, your studies are suffering. Sorry,
Yeah.
you know, no more hentai for y'all.
No shit. So, do you finally get it going?
I don't know. Just don't worry about it.
I'm just talking. Just looking over. You look really like you're sad.
That looks like Miley Cyrus up there.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Big
her
old
mouth.
mouth on her.
Okay, so we got to talk about Britney.
Yeah, we're going to talk about her. We heard today that her conservatorship is over after 13 years.
Yay! Where's that applause button?
Oh,
There you go.
there we go. So she's free now. Does she get on Instagram and show off her cooter now that she's free because she's got the power?
Did she?
I don't know.
I don't think it's happened yet.
Bob hasn't said anything, so it hasn't happened yet.
Well, I'll tell you. I can hear the match being struck right now. There's going to be a fire. She's gonna burn the fucking thing down.
Yeah, something's
but you
gonna
know what? It's
happen.
hers to burn down. You go get
Yeah,
her,
you want to
Brittany.
do? You go right ahead.
You know what? Show that cooter loud and proud.
Yeah, yeah,
Be empowered.
yeah,
Yeah.
Empowered. It's very important.
Right.
Empowerment. Yes.
But, you know, I was thinking about that whole conservatorship thing. Okay, whenever they put that in place, I think that conservatorships like that should have a timeline built into them at the very beginning.
Right.
And instead of it being this is in place until you prove otherwise, it should be one of those things where we're going to go for a year and see where we're at.
You bet. And
And-
we want to see certain, you know, benchmarks or progress or something
and,
like
and
that.
if you're not screwing up worse than 18-year-olds, you know, leaving their parents' house for the first time, yeah, you're good to go.
Now, I did hear that she does have a CPA that is looking over her finances and hanging on to it right now. It's just not under her dad's control.
Yeah.
And so then, like, they're going to slowly hand it over to her.
13 years.
Yeah.
Talk about, she's just a product to a lot of these people.
Oh,
It's
that's all
horrible.
she's been, is a product.
Leave Britney alone. That Chris Crocker shit.
That poor guy.
Yeah.
I made it. Shut up.
Shut up.
Yeah, he's now out of a job.
I don't think he's had one in a long time.
Well,
is he even a social media person?
I don't know. All I remember was all that crying.
Right. There was a lot of
ridiculous.
crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brittany's dad's probably crying a little bit too.
Yeah, he just lost a paycheck.
Oh, I'm sure he's still getting money out of somewhere. He ain't going to walk away that easy.
Well, I'm happy for Brittany. You know, everyone deserves a chance to steer their own ships. You know, even
if it's badly.
Even if it's into the fucking rocks. You know, shortly after they take hold of the helm. You know,
The funny thing is, they don't go down to the meth heads under the bridge and go, yeah, we're putting you under conservatorship because it's quite obvious that you don't know how to control your own affairs.
Exactly.
Unless that meth head has the potential to make millions of dollars in
Oh, they're
revenue.
doing it, yeah.
You know, what the fuck are you looking at over there?
I'm just looking at
Slick
news.
Rick.
I'm listening to y'all. I'm just watching the news here real quick.
Watching
Okay,
the news.
so one of the astronauts,
Is it anime and manga?
okay, so William Shatner went up into space
Right?
a few weeks ago.
He's getting damn old.
He's 90.
I know.
Okay, but he goes up into space. He's on the blue something Jeff Bezos thing, right?
The blue depends.
Blue sky or blue
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
The blue depends.
I just can't believe Shatner's that old.
And one of the guys that was with him on that voyage got killed today crashing a small plane.
Can you believe that? You go up, you do something that a lot of people never do in their life, and then you come back down on an
It
airplane
just
crash.
goes to show you. And it's not about that you get a better death because of the more accomplishments
No,
you
that's
got.
true.
I want a Nobel Peace Prize. I don't deserve to slip and fall getting out of the shower and break my neck. The fuck? Yeah, you do. I mean, you don't know what kind of death. Death
Right.
doesn't know dignity like that, accidental death and stuff. So, yeah. But he crashed a plane, but.
But I wonder if he was just looking up going, man, I sure wish I was back up in space.
I can guarantee you he was looking up wishing
Something
he had
was going wrong.
more altitude,
Yeah.
when a plane's crashing, altitude's your friend. It's not like you're going to, I won't crash as hard if I'm, several thousand feet lower. No,
Right.
you're still going to fucking crash.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you want more time to figure this shit out,
Yeah.
you know?
Did any of y'all watch the music awards over the weekend, the country music awards? I mean, during
Didn't
the
even
week.
know they happened.
I was busy walking my pet Fern.
I watched that this week because Annie loves country, and so she's watching it. Every single year, it's like it keeps getting worse. They sound more and more like pop music. They have more rap artists on there than I've ever seen a country star on the MTV Music Awards.
It's evolving,
You call that evolving? I don't.
No one said that the evolution had to be good.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But it was Luke Bryan got up there. Was it Luke Bryan? Yeah, Luke Bryan.
I don't think it's good that the megalodon isn't still, swimming the seas.
Yeah.
Instead of just basic ass sharks. But,
Yeah, he
that's
sounded
evolution.
awful. Didn't care for him. It's sad every year you watch it.
Yeah.
Except, now my band's on there that I like because I don't listen to a whole lot of country, but I love Midland. And they're good. And they weren't on there at all. So I looked up their new album, and now I understand why they weren't on there. It's not very good.
Well,
it's cool, but it's not like their normal stuff.
I wouldn't know them if they walked up to me, or I wouldn't know
And
their
started
song.
playing.
I'd be like, "The fuck are you guys?" No, I'm not giving you $1. Country just ain't my bag unless it's older country, and and then some of that, and then that's just usually for the nostalgia, of it or something.
The older I get, the more Willie Nelson grows on me.
Oh, I got to tell you, I like a lot of the stuff that Willie Nelson has done in some of his collaborations.
Yeah.
Not everything's Whiskey River, from the 70s. Him and Tony Bennett have collaborated. He's done a lot.
I didn't know that.
And he's very talented. Yeah, they did a version. Well, they've done a lot of stuff, but they did a version of Sunny Side of the Street.
Yeah.
That I really like. And Willie's a great talent. He really is.
Yeah.
I saw him in a movie one time called Barbarossa, where he played in this Western, right?
Yeah.
And he looks perfect for a Western.
Yeah,
except for that damn voice. he does not have the Western voice. You know, it doesn't sound like, you know, a cowboy would sound, hey, he's a great singer, but, you know.
Wasn't he in a movie once called, like, The Redheaded Stranger or some shit like that?
I mean, that's what they called him, you know, the Redheaded Stranger. So I don't know. He was also in, what was it? Yellow Rose or some shit, or I can't remember. But, yeah, he's done several things.
Okay.
I don't know. But, yeah, he's great. He's very talented. Smokes a lot of weed. But, yeah, he's not just all country now.
I thought I heard he quit smoking weed.
Will he?
Yeah. Why did I think I just heard that? Bob, you want to check on that?
Yeah, I'll look at that up because I think that's a blatant bold-faced lie.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah, and so did Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. I really do. I think I heard that he quit.
Hey, the guy that went up with William Shatner in this, he quit smoking weed today.
Well, no, that part is very true. Yes,
he's still smoking. Yeah. He's just not smoking weed. Too soon.
Oh, yeah.
Too soon.
A little
slow on the draw there.
Yeah, I know it was.
Before you got here, Jason, Brian and I were talking about the whole Britney thing a little bit, and I was like, you know,
and mutually masturbating.
It sucks to be her
Each
kids.
Other.
Oh yeah.
You know how hard it is to masturbate to your mom.
Man, I don't even know what to say to that.
That threw him off too. That just floored. I was like, "What the hell did you just say?"
You know, you can't answer that anyway. That's like,
no, I know there's no way to answer.
Yeah, that's like that old joke. You know, hey Brian, do you like dug meat? Well,
I've tried it, didn't really care for it.
We'll duck down here and try it again.
Oh,
you know, so there's no way to answer that. If you say yes, we'll duck down here and get you some. No, we'll duck down here and try it. You know,
well,
I mean,
and then after that conversation, I asked him. I go, could you be married to somebody that was a current porn star?
No, probably.
I don't think I could either. I mean, how do you fulfill that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe
they come home all sweaty and sticky, and then you're like,
with more cream in them than a malfunctioning Twinkie machine, you know, or something, you know. Oh God, it's overflowing. Yeah, you know, I don't know, man.
I don't think I could do it.
You know, there's like straight people that do, you know, gay porn because the money's good. There's straight guys that do gay porn.
I don't buy that.
They're like married, and you know, I call that bi.
Yeah,
you know,
I would too.
You know, girls experiment, and we're like, isn't that wonderful? It's lovely. What a beautiful thing. And they're like, that girl's gay. No, she's not. No, she's just, you know, girls are fine. But if a guy's out there doing porn, hey, I'm married and got 3 kids, but you know what? I fuck guys in the butt because the money's good.
Yeah.
You're still like, whatever, faggot. You know, that's kind of how that works. But I guess it's possible. They said, Brian, man, we need you to, I know you're going to have problems getting aroused and stuff like physically, but we can give you some pills or something. And man, we need you to do this movie. This, you know, here, look at this buff guy, man. And what he wants to do is swallow your load. And we're going to give you $2,000 for that.
I couldn't do it.
And what if they said 5,000?
Bob could.
5,000.
What?
Oh, no, wait. It takes you $1 million. Did you see him pop up? What the hell?
I'm easy, but I'm not cheap.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. So do you still hold to that?
$1 million?
That to blow another man, because the last time you said you'd blow another man on national television for $1 million.
For $1 million fucking dollars? Yeah, fuck that. I'd do it.
I don't know if I could.
I would work up and down the shaft and like rub my face on it and act like, I'd be like, oh my God, I've never done this before. You know, spitting on it, you know, gagging and drooling, doing that. Yeah, I'd sell it, man. Let me tell you. The guy would be like, man, that is value-added service. You know what? I just have to you talking about, you know, okay, when you think a dick for $1 million, what are you just talking there? Hold it in your mouth till it goes fucking soft, or, you know, or you
got to finish.
You got to really make that motherfucker go. I'm going to try to get him to finish as quick as possible.
Right.
I just don't think I could.
I'm going to have a pinky all the way up to the knuckle in his ass. I'm going for that prostate. I want that sumbitch to hurry up and deliver the gravy.
Oh,
so I can get my $1 million. Because
I'll tell you what, I want the $1 million sitting there right next to me.
Yeah.
There's not going to be I'll write you a check and hope it clears.
I just scoop it into
it'll be a
shopping bag and run the fuck away.
Absolutely.
While I'm spitting. I also want a bottle of Listerine there.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? Therapy's cheap, man. Compared, you know.
Okay, but let's say they say you have to Swallow.
Fuck it, man. I mean,
Oh, God, there ain't no stopping either one of you.
I
there,
appreciate the warm meal. Thanks. You know, it's a nice protein shake. Let me tell you, people go on Fear Factor and eat a cow asshole or something.
Right.
Here, eat this horse pizzle for what? What was the big prize? 50,000 or some shit?
Yeah, they were draining blood out of a cow into a jar on Survivor one time.
Yeah,
and
they're like, I'm going to win $50,000.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe, right. I've got a 1 in 19 chance of 50,000 or
And
whatever.
you're telling me I got to swallow some guy's fucking 3 tablespoons of fucking load? You know, I mean, for $1 million? God damn. Fucking stuff a jelly donut with it. I'll eat that some. Fuck it. I'd take an
Why did I even ask that? Why did I even ask
cream
that?
pie for $1 million. So if any of you fucking bear lovers out there got $1 million, there's some chubby chasers out there that would like to, you know, call my bluff.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make some hentai.
Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
The fuck
me,
was
Tom
that?
Cruise!
You fill out that form for the IRS, bring that money on down.
You bet. You bet.
In fact, don't bring 1 million, bring 2.
Right? This is the shittiest Japanese game show ever. Will you suck the dick for $1 million American? Yeah, Hoshi.
Okay. Back whenever, do you remember back on the Playboy channel was doing the reality shows where they were trying to do like this, you know, Big Brother thing or whatever.
That
And
girl
they
that
were-
ran out with the dark hair.
Well, they
No,
were
I
putting
was,
like
I
12.
was at church.
They were putting 12, 14 people in a house.
Yes, I remember
and
that.
trying to make it look like they had to put up with each other for however long, and
Right.
you know, whoever was the least sexually aroused at the end of the week had to be removed from the house or some stupid shit like that. Okay, I thought it'd always be cool. Put 4 or 5 people up bidding against each other to see who would do what for a certain amount of money, and started off kind of
Like name that tune only with sex acts.
right, and started off high and drop it. So you know, you offer up $3,000, and person A says I'll do it for $3,000, and the next person says I'll do it for $2,500, and then you just see how low will they go. In fact, that should be the name of it. How low will you go?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
get
because
down to-
that fits every bit of it.
you get down to like $150, and some girls getting like, you know.
It's like, look, I'm gonna eat your ass for a lotto scratcher.
Yeah, exactly. Like, not even a $5 scratch, like the $2
the $2 lotto scratcher
You get a chance of winning $100
for a game that most of the prizes have already been won. If you
and
look,
people
and check
will
it.
do that.
Oh yeah.
Brian, 15
seems
minutes
awful
of fame.
positive. That's why I've got 25 scratchers in my car.
But yeah, I think that would be a perfect game show. Call it How Low Will You Go?
Right.
Put people up there, and you know, maybe even scour the city to see who really needs the money.
What I want to see is guys like, okay, who will suck this dick for 3,000? And no, the fuck was that all about?
Booty call.
No, it was Google popping up.
Oh,
I know what it's wanting.
They listen.
Fuck y'all, Google.
Google really listens.
So yeah, what it was, you know, is if some guy's like, you know, $3,000 to suck my dick, and no one's taking any offers. Could you pay yourself if you could suck your own dick? Well, I guess this is mine.
like if
Ron
I could,
Jeremy
if I
used
could
to do
suck,
that, didn't
if
he?
I could suck my own dick, I wouldn't be on a game show playing
Yeah.
for cash. I'd have a different entire profession.
I wouldn't
So-
have. I'd have never moved out of the goddamn house.
Just stay there.
I'd still be living this, you know, with one of my parents at least. Are you coming out for dinner, honey? It's like, I'm not very hungry. I had some soup. You eat a lot of chowder, I've noticed. You bet.
Come and kiss mommy good.
Ugh.
All right, Jason, you ready to pay some bills?
Sure. All right. I can't hear a damn
Oh,
thing.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, we can't pay any bills if nobody knows who our sponsor is. Tonight's sponsor is Mortimer's Penis Paste. I don't know about you, but we've all had those times where our penis seems a little bit rough,
Pasty?
ashy, even bumpy, red, inflamed. Maybe a little cheesy too.
I had a hickey once. Does that count?
Yeah, you bet. Any kind of mark, bump, lump, contusion, even some of your lighter STDs. But Mortimer's has been in business for over 77 years. And they treat specifically men, and within that group, just the genitals. There's not a damn thing that Mortimer's cares about your taint or your anus, or even your testicles. Mortimer's is interested in your penis. And with Mortimer's paste, it has a fresh wintergreen smell. You apply a thick, greasy layer of it, and it will cure just about any of those things. It's the original jock itch cure. There's all kinds of stuff, antifungals, everything like that. But Mortimer's is the gold standard of treating penile issues. Maybe you've been playing sports a lot and have not showered afterwards. Maybe you've been camping out, worked up a big, gorgonzola sweat. I don't know, but I'll just tell you right now, if you've got a problem with your penis, like I said, whether it be irritation, itch, dryness, moistness, doesn't matter. Mortimer's will take care of it. The fine folks there have been doing this for, like I said, for 77 years. And if you go to Mortimer's PP, that's 2 P's, not PP, Mortimer's Penis Paste. So it's mortimerspp.com and enter the discount code at the bar 15. You'll get 15% off of your entire order and free shipping. And I'll tell you what, you want to try them today. It's genuinely a fine men's product. That's Mortimer's Penis Paste. mortimerspp.com.
All right, there we go.
I wish I had some Mortimers about 30 years ago.
That would have been nice.
What happened 30 years ago?
I was involved in a little embarrassing situation.
Stink dick?
It wasn't stinky, but it was red and inflamed.
Ooh.
And I hadn't been doing anything at all for it to be
Sure you
red and
haven't.
inflamed. No.
Rubbed a little too hard, didn't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I'm starting worried because whenever you're 18 and you see something going wrong
Yeah,
downstairs,
you just automatically assume. Yep.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Something.
Exactly.
Take it
Exactly.
away from me. I haven't even got to use it yet.
Right.
So, anyway, this was the beginning era of the doc in the box, minor emergency clinics, whatever.
Sure.
And so they were open until 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening. And so I called up there and asked for an appointment. And I get up there and they asked me what my condition is. And I said, well, I've got a rash I'd like for a doctor to look at. And they're like, okay, we'll just have a seat and we'll call you back in just a minute. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay.
You didn't even get a horsefly tattoo on it.
This is my junk.
Right.
And I'm fixing to have to show my junk to people.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, that was an embarrassing situation.
Oh, yeah.
So the pretty nurse comes out to get me.
So you had a pretty nurse experience too, then?
Yes, and which made it even more embarrassing because in that kind of situation, you're really looking for Daphne. You're not wanting Velma.
Yeah. Oh, Daphne's kind of hot.
No, I got that mixed up. You're really wanting Velma. You're not looking for Daphne.
Yeah.
No, you're really wanting Shaggy because you don't know what's going to happen.
That's true. You want Shaggy.
So they call me back to the office, and I go back and walk in the room. She shuts the door. She said, "Okay, what are we looking at today?" And
these nuts.
And
I
so
was
I'm
about
thinking,
to go there.
And I'm trying real hard to figure out how to handle this situation in the least embarrassing way possible.
Right.
And I don't know what came over me, but all of a sudden I just dropped my drawers right there in front of her, and I grabbed my dick, and I went, it's all red and inflamed, and I don't know what's going on.
Right.
And her face shot up to 50 shades of brilliant red, and all she could say was, let me go get the doctor, and walked out of the room. And
Well, that was unprofessional.
She didn't even
of
touch
her.
it?
It was
No.
unprofessional. She should have never batted an eye. She should have said, okay, let me get the doctor. We'll see if there's anything going on there.
Probably
Have you tried
quick.
Mortimer's? Something other than going.
yeah, she
like,
didn't even tell me Mortimer's was an option.
Yeah. Well, everyone got hung up on Blue Star ointment back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Which
Tiger
I'm sorry.
Balm.
I'm not dissing Blue Star ointment. Mortimer's, 77 years. Please continue.
So anyway, a few minutes later, Doc walks in, and he's taking a look, and what we figured out was I was working for a plastic fabrication company at the time.
Yeah, I remember.
And we were dealing with a lot of plastic shavings, and some plastic shavings had gotten down in my pants from, blowing off parts and things with a compressor.
Poor choice of words. I was blowing off some parts.
Well, you've got to blow off the little plastic shavings whenever you're cutting them and all that kind of stuff.
No one said you had to masturbate at the same time, but hey, it's your journey.
Right. Well, the bathroom was small. You only...
Right.
There's a time limit. But anyway, we decided that I had an allergic reaction to the plastic particles. They were irritating my junk.
Right.
So all I needed to do was keep plastic out of my drawers, and everything was fine.
Quit banging the plastic.
Yeah. So
that's when he gave up the work on the prototype fleshlight.
There we go. I was trying to come up with something. I couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
So, good one.
The prototype. Okay, who came up with that? I mean, I don't even care.
They're like, what if we had a flashlight like tube? It looked like a magnet light. Yeah. Maybe it was a security guard. He's like, no one will suspect a thing. It looks like I'm just carrying a big flashlight. As soon as I turn this corner, I mean, I'm giving everyone the stink eye that's in the area. Make sure they don't break in here. Don't fuck around here. I'm on duty. As soon as I turn the corner, I'm going to fuck this flashlight full of soft, plush latex or whatever it is, or it could have been somebody that developed that material and said, God, this is so soft, I bet someone would enjoy fucking it. What if we sold this?
True.
Boy, we could sell some canned pussy with this. And they said, wait a minute, canned pussy? What if it had a nice aluminum body around the shell? It was tough, it's durable, you can mountain bike with it, you can camp with it. Maybe you're mountain climbing, maybe you're sending El Capitan, and you decide, I think I'm just going to hang out here and enjoy the view for a while. Man, I need, and you go to pull out your pocket pussy and find that it's all torn up from the abrasions of climbing and things like that. Another lucky climber, though, he's got a fleshlight. It's
protected.
It survived.
Yeah, I made it.
It's just as soft as a velvet bag of puppy ears.
Velvet bag of puppy.
He pulls the cap off, spits in it, and goes to town.
Do you own one?
No, I don't.
Bob, do you own one?
I do not.
Okay.
I just use a jar of liver.
God, it's so disgusting.
The problem is that, it only keeps for so long, man. You only
gotta
get so
take it out
many
of the
uses before it's all greenish and bloated.
And you got to take it out of the fridge for a couple hours prior to use.
Right. Well, I like to warm it up in the microwave a little bit. Not too hot, but,
Oh.
And you know what? When it grows, starts growing mold around the top of the jar, it's like being back in the 70s.
Right.
Full bush.
Oh.
It do be catching some catfish, though. I'll tell you that right now.
So since we switched over to the Spreaker application,
since we're getting banned by Spreaker right after the show,
right after the show,
how do people find us to listen to us live?
That I'm not really for sure. I know they do, though. It's out there.
They just got to go to Spreaker and look for us.
Yes, yeah, it's on the Spreaker network. Yeah.
But I mean, it goes to all the podcast services.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's out there on Spreaker, iHeart stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
So Spreaker's live, and all the other podcasts are
pre-recorded.
delayed.
Yeah, are delayed.
Well, that's why we're putting the discounts out on our sponsors.
Okay.
I mean, to get our name out there. It helps. And I'm going to tell you, any of our sponsors, they're regular customers. Maybe they'll check us out. So, it's growing pains. It takes a while to get noticed.
Yeah, that's true, too.
I know we've already gotten several people from last week's show that the metric shows that they've came in from the website. Suzette's Lady Salve. And,
Yeah, that was a big hit there.
Well, I mean, they sold out.
Again?
Yes.
God, man, they can't keep that stuff in stock.
And a lot of ladies with problems that need her salve. And but yeah, we picked up some listeners from that, and
that's awesome.
There you go. Guarantee you won't be picking up any listeners from Podbean after the shit that we said.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Definitely.
Right. I have an allergy to plastic shavings when I'm working at the plastic company with nothing on but steel toe boots.
Yeah, how the hell do you get it down on your pants?
Dude, when you're working with all those plastic shavings,
everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's like glitter. It's like trying to come home from the nudie bar without getting glitter on you.
Yeah, that's true. That's a dead giveaway right there. Where you've been? You
Really?
smell like that spray perfume that comes in a can and
Cheap
glitter.
shit.
Yeah.
Right.
When's the last time you were at a strip club?
Oh man. It's been a hot fucking minute.
Been a long time for me too.
I don't even remember the last.
That was
time.
2006.
Was it with us? Was I with you at that time?
You talking about the Red Dog?
Yeah.
That was the last time I went.
No. Jason and I went a time after that. We took the gals we were with at the time, and
No, I don't know if that was the last time, or I think I've been since then with a friend of mine, and it was a pretty crappy place that's since shut down. But yeah, we went there, and this girl, she was such a cute, sweet girl, and was flaky as she could just tell. She had one brain cell, you know, and I don't know how she was wearing some kind of little thing. It was a honeybee, you know, and I was like, "Oh, you like bees?" And she's like, "Yeah, we got to save the bees." And I, I told her, "Yeah, I keep bees and stuff, you know."
Oh, you were getting in there.
And I got to tell you, man, she really got into it, and she let me finger bang her.
Are you serious?
I am not lying. And she was the whole time she's just talking about it. I think they're really cool, and someday I'd like to have a farm, and I'm just like, going at it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why are you, this poor girl, she was just really ditzy. But she was just sweet as she can be. And I don't know,
Did she look like she just left a Shannon Hoon video?
Right.
The last time I remember going to a strip club, and it was with the two of you, I don't know if y'all remember this or not. For some reason I do, and it had to have been that last time. Do y'all remember the stripper that came upstairs and the guy that came in there and he was acting like he was Mr. Badass, and he sat down and started talking to her and then just started finger banging her right at the table? Do y'all remember that?
No.
Y'all don't remember
I
that?
remember Larry grabbing my balls, though.
Oh, Larry.
No shit, Larry. No, he did. And I remember we were all sitting there like, holy shit.
I remember.
It's like he told her, I'm going to do this, and that's all there is to it. She's like, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember we were there. Yeah, y'all don't remember that.
I remember almost getting into it with a dude down there.
I remember hearing about that, yeah.
And then him coming upstairs, be a smart ass and, making his walkthrough. And me and Bill said some shit to him up there. And then a staff member was like, okay, and, what's the deal? And we told them, they threw that sumbitch out. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I missed the finger banging.
Yeah, the girl, because I remember it was the most wickedest thing. I've never seen a tattoo like this on a girl.
It was wicked awesome,
Well,
guys.
no, what was wicked was the fact before all that happened, she was standing there, and I remember I looked over and I was like, man, that is actually one of the coolest tattoos I think I've ever seen on anybody, because it wasn't like skull and crossbones and, and jagged shit and all that. It was a tulip on her back that she had tattooed on there, and it was just cool looking.
You're a sensitive boy.
It was just cool looking. I was like, wow, I've never seen anybody do anything like that before.
Bob and I saw some very intricate artwork on the Eastern European weirdo chick and her brother. I think it was her brother. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It was her brother. She had
You're still convinced
she
of
had
that.
like this man. It was like a man's body, muscular.
Might have been his stepbrother.
Right, but it was like with a stag head, with deer head and horns on the body and stuff, and these roses and stuff. It was very intricate, very nice. I mean, it was full back tattoo, and then her brother, Tutu McLimp Dick. I'm telling you, that was her brother.
You're still convinced.
I'm telling you, I
Did y'all get any pictures of them?
No, they don't let you take pictures.
Okay.
No, and I couldn't sneak any. But she was pretty. She was like really dark brunette. Kind of had a wild look in her eyes, like she,
Batshit crazy look.
No, like, I come from war-torn country or something. I don't know, but they were Eastern European, and that guy that was with her, I'm telling you, it was her brother. They looked exactly alike, and they were laughing and talking, and they'd tie each other up and stuff and spank each other and shit. But when they kissed on the mouth with tongue, I was like, oh God, that's hot.
You thought that was hot.
I was like, man.
I don't know about that.
It was just, no, but really nice tattoo work. It was all just, monochromatic. Both of them had the same style, almost like old prison tats, like Blue India ink, but it was more of a bluish gray, just beautiful, beautiful work. And, I ain't even into tattoos. I don't have any tattoos. I don't really care
either. I got one with my mom's name on it.
Incidentally, if you've made the mistake of getting a tattoo on your penis, regular application of Mortimer's penis paste will help.
That takes that off there?
It will lighten and eventually draw the ink to the surface where it will dissolve it out, and you won't be able to tell in about 12 to 84 weeks. You will not be able to tell that there was ever a tattoo on your penis.
What's that web address?
Does it take constant rubbing?
Well, I mean, it sure doesn't hurt.
What's that web?
I guess you could apply it with a chip paintbrush or some shit. MortimersPP.com. No space, nothing. Just Mortimer's and then the letter P.com. At the bar 15 on any purchase that's 15% off and free shipping.
Free shipping?
Free shipping.
God, what else can you ask for?
Asked to not have this problem that I got to use Mortimer's on it, but other than that,
See, that's the only tattoo that I have. It says my mom's name.
Yeah, your mom's name.
Yeah, but you know how many people think that I'm a video game nerd?
I know
because of that name, Zelda.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's my mom died. They're like, oh, I thought you really liked that game. But no, that's not it.
It's like, does it say the legend of?
Exactly.
Right.
But my mom, she hated her name.
Well,
she couldn't stand it.
A lot of people don't like their names.
Well, yeah, but Zelda's kind of a really far out there one. I mean, that's not something you. How many people in your life named Zelda?
That's it.
Yeah.
Did she care for her middle name?
May. M-A-Y is how it was spelled.
Well, did she or didn't she? Don't tell me she may have. Yeah, no, that's I never really thought about, whether I like my name or not.
I never either. It's just my name. It is what it is.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Yeah. What I never understood was people that made fun of other people because of their names.
Yeah.
Well, it's a cheap, easy target, man.
Yeah.
If your name's Dick, come on, man. Dick.
Or Lucifer.
And, that's...
there's a kid that went to school with me. His name was Lucifer.
You sure
so
that was
sad.
his birth name?
Yeah, they would call that him in class. They would call him Lucifer.
Lucifer. And you know what? I'm sure now he's just like wildly popular. Dude, your name's Lucifer? That's cool now.
That's so bad.
Once upon a time you'd have been, the...
I remember a friend of mine in school would catch him walking down the hall, and he was kind of a little frail kid, and he would go, "Hey, Lucifer," and he'd put his little fingers up like he had horns. The kid would cry and run away. So wrong. Sorry, I'm laughing, but it was so wrong. I was like, dude, stop doing that to him.
That young kid grew up to be? None other
Marilyn Manson.
Danzig.
Danzig.
And then got his ass knocked out.
Oh, that was an awesome video.
Fucking Danzig.
You ever seen that, Bob?
And when he came
I have not.
he was
Singer
like,
Danzig. He got laid the fuck out. I mean,
somebody knocked me on my ass.
Did somebody just walk up to him and cold cock him or something?
He was getting shitty with someone because Danzig's a pretty big dude.
Yeah,
he's
he got a bodybuilder.
This guy just clocked him just right and
knocked
he just
his
dropped.
fucking ass down.
Yeah.
Just boom. Out.
Wow.
That's the end of that.
So long, Danzig.
Oh, shit.
Now we're buying unreleased tracks from his garage sale for our soundtrack.
He don't know.
Right.
That concussion just blew that much.
All these damn garage sales.
Some people should be in conservatorship.
Some people should.
Poor Britney. 13 years.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy.
Man, that's just insane. You know what? She must have been either really batshit crazy, or there was a lot of people that stood to lose a lot by her not being.
Oh, I think that's exactly the case.
Exactly, because otherwise, let me tell you, I don't think there's. Look, how many shows a night was she doing in Vegas? You can't be completely batshit insane and have that kind of work ethic. I mean, I don't know, but that's just ridiculous. 13 years. I'm really happy for her.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of celebrity, did you hear who Kim Kardashian's hanging out with now?
Oh, is it
Pete
new
Davidson.
No One Gives a Fuck?
Yeah. That guy, Pete
Davidson from Saturday Night Live.
SNL.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Let me tell you, I have mixed emotions about Pete Davidson. Sometimes he's funny, but sometimes I just want to choke the little fuck.
Yeah, I hear that from a lot of people, actually.
And I think he's a little self-absorbed fucking prick. But his dad died in 9/11.
I heard I heard that too.
And that's tragic. And he's he's dealt with it obviously in his own way, and he makes jokes about it. And on the roasts and shit, people would make jokes about it and stuff. And he handles it pretty well. But I don't know. I think he's just.
Sometimes you wish 9/11 would have happened on Take Your Kid to Work Today.
That's fucking brutal.
That is brutal.
But I see a lot of stuff that he does that cracks me up. But then sometimes it's like, man, I think he's
he's been banging all the chicks in Hollywood.
I know.
Kate Beckinsale, he was with her before.
I think he's a little full of himself.
The rumor is he's hung.
You know what?
That's just what I hear. I don't know.
Rumor would be I was hung too if I was famous and had fucking money.
Right.
Yeah, that's true too. It gets bigger all of a sudden.
There'd be 3 different PR departments telling everybody in town that.
They'd be like, why does everybody want to be with that goofy looking motherfucker? I hear he's hung.
Well, I mean, but look at all the chicks that John Mayer went through. Good Lord.
That fucker.
He got them all of Bob's favorites, except for Britney.
Yeah,
that we're aware of.
Didn't he start with Jennifer Aniston to work his way around the room?
I think it's Jennifer Aniston. What's her name?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
And girls like a sensitive man. I mean, and Pete
and he writes those love songs.
And Pete Davidson's kind of sensitive acting too, kind of moody and withdrawn, and chicks like that. I mean, I'm sure Chris Farley got buku pussy, but no girl was wanting to fucking claim it. Hey, you want to go out tonight on the red carpet? No.
Yeah.
But we can meet at your hotel room later. Bring plenty of blow.
But if you had let's say you're Pete, and you had all your choices for all these different celebrity women, because apparently you're the hot thing right now, would you pick Kim Kardashian?
Betty White.
It's going to be a good relationship, but it's not going to last long.
Betty White's awesome.
I wouldn't pick Kim Kardashian between her and a fucking, a heifer calf.
Yeah. Right.
Even with that big old booty, and she's a little thick on the back there.
I like it, but I'd have to listen to her and know it was her, and know that the front end looks like a billy goat.
Oh shit! A billy goat?
She looks like a billy goat.
I never saw the billy goat.
Look,
pull up a picture of her and tell me she don't look like a damn goat.
Look, she's going to be high maintenance.
Oh, not just high maintenance. The whole family. I'd be like, fuck that.
Well, she's going to be high maintenance. She's not going to do what you want, and she's going to have a long, long, long list of no.
Yeah.
There's going to be a ton of shit that she's just not willing to do.
There's Paris Hilton and her. I guess Paris Hilton got married.
And I want to have a long list of shut the fuck up to her.
Yeah, I don't know what people
Paris
see in her. I've never
Hilton's
found
another one that, I mean, look, old man Hilton's rolling in his grave. There was a man. Conrad Hilton. There was a man that really,
He knew his business.
You bet. See, that's the difference between self-made millionaires and trust fund, fucking babies.
Yeah.
One of them blows the fucking money. The other, most self-made millionaires are kind of cheap asses.
Yes, they are. I mean, hell, look at Sam Walton. He was a cheap ass.
Yeah, I mean, my dad had a friend that was very, very wealthy, and we stopped one time. We were the 3 of us were going somewhere, and he was a World War II veteran, sweetest old dude you ever met, and owned most of a small town in Arkansas and a mountain, and place in another state, and he had retired from his own business after decades. He was a great guy, and he was, like I said, just nice and unpretentious. Bought used cars and shit, He didn't buy a new car. I think for his wife maybe or something. But anyway, we stop and there's a cafeteria, and of course these old farts, my dad and him, yeah, we'll stop at the cafeteria and get lunch, and we go in.
Luby's.
Yes, it was Luby's over there off 240 when it was there.
I remember that.
And he goes in there and he orders a meal. And, like the Luan special or some shit. And we sat down, they asked, well, would you like to drink? I'll just have water. And so, and we all get our stuff. And anyway, we sits down at the table, and the waitress comes over and says, hi, I'm so-and-so. I'll be your server if you need. He's like, could I get a cup of coffee, please? And she's like, sure. She brings the cup of coffee to him. He's like, see if you just go through the line and order water. Then when you get to the table.
Are you serious?
No shit. He's like, you just ask for a cup of coffee and they'll bring you one and you don't get charged for it. And I was like.
That's why he had a lot of money.
He didn't get wealthy by spending it.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, he was an old horse trader, let me tell you, and anything he went to do. You know, he's the type of guy that if you got into a horse trade with him, he ends up with your horse, you end up with a sawhorse. I mean, he was stout.
Back in the day when my dad was a mechanic. What is that? Oh. Is that something that... Oh, I don't get this. What are you doing?
He's showing you a picture of something.
Oh, I know you're showing the picture of that, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the picture says our broadcast was terminated.
Are you serious?
That's what it says.
Whose was?
Ours.
How's was ours terminated? It says we're live right now.
I don't know.
Did we already make somebody mad?
That's awesome.
Well, it's not terminated at this point that I'm aware of. Oh, shit, dude. We already get... No! All right. Well, hey, we got about 5 minutes. Let's finish this out, and we'll find out what's going on, Bob, unless you want to do some more research.
No, I'm good.
So we've been terminated already. What are the community standards for Spreaker? Because Podbean had none.
Well, Spreaker was sounded dirty to begin with, so I thought we could do whatever we wanted.
Well, let's see. Let's recap. We've talked about our sponsor. We've talked about Britney. We've talked about not fucking Kim Kardashian. I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe you badmouth country music, and iHeartRadio was not appreciative of that.
Where did you go to see that? On the website?
We were talking about Britney, though, a lot, you know, and then, I mean, that's, I don't know, but I'm sure you'll get an email stating, you know, you violated the terms of service, or we were talking about Danzig. We were talking, what, we can't talk about any of these people?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
We were talking about the GOAT, Kim Kardashian. And
it's because you called her a goat. That's what it is. I bet you anything. I'm just joking. I don't know.
You know what? You know, if the shoe fits.
No, I don't think. I know. I think we're still on. I don't know what that's all about. We'll check that out when the show's over. But as far as I can tell, we're still going.
They're just trying to trick fuck us.
We don't like you.
But we've got about 5 minutes. You know who doesn't give a fuck about that?
Yeah.
Bob.
Exactly.
There's no fucks.
Nikki Glaser. I was listening to her. I know,
she is hilarious.
There's something about her.
Yeah,
she's very funny.
She's got one called You Up, and it's a podcast that she does, and they get dirty as shit on there.
Oh, Glacier's dirty anyway.
Oh, I know she is.
She was talking about how you see these porn stars, and she's like their pussies, like you're just this little bitty, like little paper cut. It's just so perfect and small. She's like, I'm the only one that's like, you know, I'm going through a Rolodex when I'm waxing or whatever. A Rolodex. I was like, God damn. But yeah, and then I immediately wanted to put my P in her V. Oh, man, let me tell you. And she's not even my type, you know. My type usually has a much thicker build.
You like the bigger ladies. We know.
Yeah, I do. I can't help it.
I like that one you showed me that you don't even know her damn name.
Oh, that model.
Yeah, the model. Did you ever figure that out?
No, I don't care what her name
is.
Bob,
do you have an actual type? I don't think I've ever heard you say a type. Now, Jason says he likes them a little big. I'm pretty much about anywhere.
I'm pretty much...
I like this girl's Instagram, though. I've been following her.
Oh, good Lord.
What? She's cute.
You're following her?
Yeah, look at her bush.
Dude, look at those armpits.
I know.
That's nasty.
Look at that, Bob.
What do you think, Bob? 1 to 10. I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh, I would totally. A friend of mine pointed out to me, though, she told me, she said, I said, you know why I like this girl? You know, it wasn't in that picture, it was a different picture.
You really like that girl?
Yeah, her arms were down. She's like, I said, you know why I like this girl? She's like, why? And I sent her a picture. She had her arms up, you know. She had a hairy armpits. But she came back and she said, is it her mullet? I was like, shit, she does kind of have a mullet. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. Take that, Spreaker.
That is just crazy.
Be glad we weren't videoing this, Spreaker.
Yeah, we'll find out what's going on here.
That's exciting. Well, there you go.
All right, our first hour on Spreaker that we're going to find out if our show ended or not.
That would be epic.
That would be our luck.
Banned from every podcast platform known to man, except for Podbean.
Yeah, I know Podbean's the only one that will accept us.
And now they won't take us back. We've been like blacklisted by the community.
You said something about Spicoli.
Right, exactly. It's the.
All right, folks, we're out here. This has been At the Bar Podcast. We're been here live on Spreaker. We appreciate you coming to listen to us.
Absolutely. We hope we're not banned, and happy Friday, everybody.
Enjoy your weekend.
Hope y'all get laid, because I'm trying to tonight.
All right, later.
Good luck, Jason. Take
Thanks.
care.
All right, bye.
Thanks for stopping by for a drink. I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Next time, invite some friends. Like and subscribe so you won't miss out the next time we are at the bar.
Double rainbow. Oh my God.